Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, I'm going to use the Ram Configurator to build and price a 2022 Ram 3500 Tradesman with the crew cab, the high output diesel engine, and dual rear wheels. Before I do, however, I just want to remind you that if you find this video helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, real quick before I get started, I want to remind you to take a look at my build and price review of the 2021 Ram 2500 Tradesman. I've put the link in the description below. Okay, here we are on the Ram Configurator, ready to build and price a 2022 Ram 3500 Tradesman dually. But before we spec it out, let's do a quick overview of the Ram 3500 for 2022. Then we'll come back here to the configurator and do the build. Among truck owners, numbers matter. They settle claims, justify choices, and validate bragging rights. This year, the 2022 Ram 3500 Heavy Duty holds two of the biggest ones among full-size heavy haulers. First, the Ram 3500's optional high-output turbo diesel 6-cylinder engine delivers a claimed 1,075 foot-pounds of torque. That figure beats the Ford F-Series Super Duty lineup's Power Stroke Turbo Diesel V8 by all of 25 pound-feet of torque. The Duramax Turbo Diesel V8 in Chevy and GMC trucks musters no more than 910 pound-feet of torque. Second, the Ram 3500 boasts the highest gooseneck fifth-wheel towing capability of any full-size heavy-duty pickup truck at 37,100 pounds, depending on the configuration. The Ford Super Duty is slightly behind at 37,000 pounds, while the limit for the Chevy Silverado HD and GMC Sierra HD is 36,000 pounds. The Ram's numerical advantages matter much less in real-world situations. All of these heavy-duty trucks are supremely capable for towing and hauling. Yet there are still plenty of other reasons to select the 2022 Ram 3500, including its comfortable seating and wide range of available technology and driver assistance features. It's definitely worth checking out if you're shopping for a heavy-duty truck with dual rear wheels. The 2022 Ram 3500 is available in 5 trim levels or configurations: Tradesman, Bighorn, Laramie, Limited Longhorn, and Limited. Regular cab, crew cab, and mega cab, the extra large crew cab configurations, pair with standard 6-foot 4-inch beds or long 8-foot cargo beds, and rear or 4-wheel drive. Engine selections include gasoline and diesel power plants. The standard engine is the 6.4-liter Hemi V8. This engine makes 410 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Optional is the 6.7-liter Cummins turbocharged diesel inline 6-cylinder engine. This engine makes 370 horsepower and 850 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. If that's not enough power, there's an optional high-output version of that diesel engine that makes 420 horsepower and 1,075 pound-feet of torque. Your decision about which Ram 3500 to buy depends on how you plan to use the truck and the size of your budget. Unless you can't live without leather seats, the cloth-upholstered Bighorn offers you the broadest access to cab styles, drivetrains, seating configurations, and equipment at the lowest price. You can restrict options to keep the truck basic and affordable, or you can add lots of extras to increase capability, upgrade technology, or improve its looks. As the title of this video implies, I am going to build and price the Tradesman today, mainly because I just like lifted base model diesel trucks with just enough options. And I wanted to help somebody out because they said they couldn't find the dual rear wheel option for the Tradesman. That said, the Tradesman is a fleet vehicle aimed at bulk buyers or someone looking for a workhorse for the farm or business. It comes with enough luxury equipment to keep the driver comfortable, including air conditioning and an infotainment system with a 5-inch touchscreen. It doesn't have the latest connectivity features, but you can stream music from your phone via Bluetooth. Okay, so we're done with the overview, but before we head over to the Ram Configurator, let's take a look at the MSRP and standard features for the 2022 Ram Tradesman. The Tradesman has a starting MSRP of $38,565 in two-wheel drive. When you seek the maximum capability at the minimum price, the Tradesman offers 18-inch steel wheels, locking tailgate, vinyl seats and floors, manual locks and windows, air conditioning, cruise control, a 5-inch touchscreen infotainment system, Bluetooth hands-free calling, a backup camera, and tire fill alert system. Okay, so with all that out of the way, now we're ready to build and price our 2022 Ram 3500 Tradesman with the dual rear wheel setup. So let's first spec out the basics here. The way it comes standard is two-wheel drive. We want to first set it up with four-wheel drive. Now we've got the four-wheel drive selected. That bumps the MSRP up to $41,390. I also think that I want the crew cab with the 8-foot box as well. And that bumps our price up now to $45,235 before we've even began to spec it out truly. So let's click the build button and get started. So like we learned in the overview, the 6.4 liter V8 Hemi is the standard engine. You can also option the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel with 850 pound-feet of torque, or for $12,195 you can get the high output version that'll put out the 1,075 pound-feet of torque. I think we're going to go with the high output engine. Why not? Let's go all in. So we've got the high output version of the motor that automatically defaulted us to this 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, one of the things that Mike was saying that he wanted the gross vehicle weight of 14,500 pounds. Looks like you can only do 14,000 pound option. So we're going to go ahead and select the 14,000 pound option. So when you go to the GVW rating of 14,000 pounds, you automatically get the dual rear wheel option. That's plus $1,500. And then they removed the standard wheels that originally came with the truck. Moving on, we've got gear ratios. They got the 373 rear end or the 410 axle. I'm not going to jump into that one way or the other. We're just going to leave it at the 373 rear end. Moving on, they've got the electronic shift on the fly transfer case. We're going to go ahead and add that for sure. You got a few towing options here as well. You got the 30K direct mount fifth wheel hitch. You got the trailer camera wiring. And then you got the 20K direct mount fifth wheel hitch. Moving forward, they've got the suspension. You can do the automatic leveling rear air suspension if you want to for $1,700. I think that's cool, but we'll go ahead and skip over it. They've got several alternator packages here. You can get a 220 amp alternator. You can get the dual alternators rated at 380 amps. And you get the dual alternators rated at 440 amps. I think at the very least we'll add the upgraded 220 amp alternator for an additional $145. I don't think it'll ever be cheaper. Do we want to option the 50-gallon fuel tank? Yes, we want to option the 50-gallon fuel tank. And then last here, they got some additional mechanical features over here. We can do an engine block heater, upfitter electronic module, and a rear backup alarm. All cool things, but I don't think we need it, so let's go ahead and move on to packages. They have several packages. Looks like they have, 12, 13, 14 different packages here. Since they have several, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select a couple, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about why I got those. Okay, so I've got some packages selected. The first package I selected was the bed utility group. Really because, I think the LED bed lighting's cool, and you also get the spray-in bed liner. Moving on, I also selected the chrome appearance group for $1,095 for no other reason than to just make the truck look a little bit better. I also opted for the safety group for $2,890. Why? Because it gives you all the safety equipment. Adaptive cruise control, blind spot detection, digital rear view mirror, lane keep assist, power folding mirrors, rain sensing wipers, etc. And then lastly, I picked the Tradesman Level 2 equipment group, mainly because I want a rear window defroster. As for the other packages, I just really didn't think that we needed them. We didn't need the cold weather group. We don't need the DOT certified roadside safety kit. We don't need the Snow Chief group. We don't need the towing technology group unless, of course, I was going to set this up to tow, which at this point, we're not looking at that. And then, of course, they do have the fifth wheel gooseneck prep package, or you can get the max tow package, of course. But again, we're just not adding that to the truck. But do note that those options are there. Okay, moving on, let's take a look at the exterior colors. There's a ton of them. They've got your regular colors, and then they have the low volume exterior colors. So let's start with the monotone exterior colors up top. This color here is bright white, flame red, Delmonico red, patriot blue, billet silver, granite crystal, and diamond black. For the monotone colors, I really like the Delmonico red, and my backup color would be granite crystal. Now let's take a look at these low volume exterior colors. This color here is called yellow, utility orange, national safety yellow, New Holland blue, Omaha orange, Republic blue, school bus yellow, timberline green, midnight blue, light green, detonator yellow, construction yellow, case IH red, and black. As far as these low volume exterior colors are concerned, I like this case IH red, and I think the black looks really good. I think it looks so good, in fact, I think we're going to go with this color. The clearance lamps and the LED bed lighting have already been added. Looks like our standard wheel here is the 17 by 6 inch steel chrome clad wheels. We're just going to leave it at that. We do have our dual rear wheels set up, we can see. We've got our standard tire size down here, we can see. We're going to go ahead and leave those. They got other tire options for a spare. You can do the side steps and running boards. You can delete the pickup box. You can put a tonneau cover on it if you want. We did get the spray-in bed liner. We also have the rear wheelhouse liners, which is cool. Moving on to interior, you only got a couple of options really here. Do you want the heavy-duty vinyl seats or do you want the cloth seats? I think I'd rather have the cloth seats, to be quite honest with you. I did pop for the Uconnect 5 nav. It's the upgraded one for $2,700. It made us add the convenience group, another package that I skipped over earlier. So now we're pushing about $70,000. But boy, this truck is sporty where I really want it to be sporty. Moving on under windows and locks, they have rear window defroster. I thought we had that selected. I guess somehow, some way that got deselected. Do we want floor mats? I'm not really worried about that. Next, you can delete the carpet. I was pretty sure we didn't have carpet, but we'll go ahead and just leave that. Other options, do you want the instrument panel mounted auxiliary switches? Do you want the 115 volt auxiliary front power outlet? I think yes for $210. Under safety and security, they've got the trailer brake controller, wired tow mode camera, ParkSense rear park assist system. I think that's a good idea. The trailer tire pressure monitoring system and a trailer surround view camera system. And you know what? There it is. We're $70,000, just over $70,000 to do a base model Tradesman that originally started at $38,000. Let's not forget it. These trucks are almost like German cars. The price goes up fast because there's so many options, but it's a very beautiful truck. And you know what? On that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. We did a build and price review of the 2022 Ram 3500 Tradesman with the dually setup. If you found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.